As leaders of the top 20 economies in the world gathered in Johannesburg for the G20 Leaders Summit, some of the city's residents remain indifferent and say the meeting does not improve their daily lives.
Let them come to the people, because there where they're discussing the issue, that is themselves alone. But when they came to the people, is where they will find the problem of the people. Now to settle that, let them do things practically. If maybe some of the countries, they can say, we are giving South Africa so much. That so much, they must try to supervise it to see whether that money, it have done what they've requested for. Because if they don't do that, it won't be a solution, because we knew very well that the money is here, they got money, but that money doesn't help the poor. It helps those people who are in parliament, and then even those who need to be in a municipal, it helps them, but the poor, no, they remained as the poor. And it worries, especially people like myself. I've indicated last time and says, we fight for this freedom. We fight for it, but we don't see any benefit from it.
Siphiwe Lusiti, who has been using a wheelchair for over 20 years, reflects a classic example of how some of the G20 agenda items affect vulnerable people on the ground.
Hey, ngizama sininzi indawo yokuhlala, amanzi, imali yegrant endifumanayo engandilinganiyo. The transport ukuya le kumasibhedlela iyandisokolisa. Zininzi nje angazi ngachaza ndithini.
Khasicacisele tata, khawucacisele umuntu obukeleyo into yokubana xa usithi unengxaki uhlala wedwa apha. Into zokuhlamba impahla okuya evenkileni njengoba uhlala apha eKliptown akho straight esinetar road apha. Khawucacisele uba loo nto ichaphazela njani imihla ngemihla, uxelele nje umuntu omameleyo mhlawumbi.
Ukuya emashop ezivenkileni, hayi kuba nzima, ngoba noba ndithi ndithumela umuntu akezi nale nto le endithi ndiyayifuna. Usajonga imali ukuthi le mali le ingayilingana noba yintoni, athathe loo nto. And ukuye khona lapha emashop ufuna ndithathe i-distance ndihambe ndiyojika le cause indlela ayikho, ndihamba kuma-potholes.
Research organizations say women bear the biggest brand of inequality globally. Johanna Munaso says more still needs to be done to empower women.
G20 ba re itlile mo South Africa mo Johannesburg. Mathata re nang le ona re le bomme. Rena bomme ara shebiwa haholo ka mesebetsi. Re bomme ba dintlo. Mara when it comes to le rena re kgone develop bana ba rena re shebetse ko tlase. Aba thome ka ba tle bo rena mo rena bomme. Ba re butsise le bona re keng e re tlhokang. Rena re tlhoka mesebetsi ore ba re rute mesebetsi ore hore nka ikeletsa jwang tšhelete ke phedise lapa laka.
South African presidential spokesperson says the African agenda set to respond to domestic and continental challenges found sufficient expression in the G20 declaration.
You have a G20 declaration that mentions Africa about 52 times or so. The president was doing a count on his iPad as he was being taken through the various elements of the document and also the process leading to the consensus that we've seen. Secondly, you have issues that are central to the development of our continent and the broader global south that have found strong expression in the declaration. For example, issues of debt sustainability, climate justice, issues of how we harness the value of our critical minerals. You have frameworks that have now been established between the African continent and the G20. And so for the first time, you have a significant expression of issues that are central to Africa's development, as well as a clear pathway of how these issues are to be approached and managed going forward.
While G20 leaders have adopted a declaration addressing global challenges, ordinary Johannesburg residents are not holding their breath as they've been waiting for solutions for too long. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Johannesburg.